Throughout history, the destiny of influential individuals, kingdoms, and empires has often depended on the confidentiality of a single secret. Secrets hold immense power, acting as both protective barriers and potent weapons, either safeguarding us or leading to our undoing. Imagine some secrets being so vital, so essential, that only a chosen few should know them. The ancient Stoics were well aware of this, adopting a practice of silence and discretion as a form of discipline. This practice not only protected them from harm but also maintained their dignity. In this video, we'll explore 10 topics that, as a Stoic, we highly recommend keeping to yourself. Do not divulge these to anyone, as each topic is critically important and closely related. It's imperative to watch the video until the end to fully understand why we suggest this. 1. Stoics engage in silent struggles. Stoics engage in battles quietly, away from public view. Each individual you meet carries a deep narrative, composed of stories, some shared aloud, but many whispered in secrecy. These silent narratives, born from personal hardships and challenges, hold immense power. They shape our identities, mold our perspectives, and push us to our limits, much like the strongest steel is formed under extreme heat. Epictetus subtly teaches us that our reactions, more than our experiences, define us. These teachings echo through the countless moments we've silently battled with our thoughts, facing challenges unknown to the world. This doesn't imply we should suppress everything. It's about choosing who to confide in and when. While many may hear, few genuinely listen and understand. Revealing these struggles should be a carefully considered decision, shared only with those who've earned our trust. In today's era of rampant openness, particularly on social media where oversharing is common, there's considerable strength in selective sharing. Keep some battles to yourself as symbols of your resilience, your own personal badges of honor. While it's natural to seek comfort in others, remember not every listener comprehends the depth of your struggles. Sometimes, your journey's music resonates best in the silent chambers of your own heart, as the Stoics believed that true transformation often occurs in quiet. 2. Stoics conceal self-doubt. Stoics keep their self-doubt private. Have you ever hesitated at a decision, held back by quiet whispers of uncertainty? These whispers, questioning your worth and fearing failure, hide in your mind's shadows. They subtly steer you away from your potential. While expressing these doubts might seem appealing, hoping for others to dispel them, a Stoic understands the importance of sheltering these thoughts until they're fully processed. This is because our disturbances come not from external events but from our judgments about them, a principle rooted in Stoicism. Addressing our internal dialogues privately, rather than sharing them publicly, can be transformative. In today's world, sharing insecurities often leads to an influx of conflicting advice, adding to confusion. Instead, engage with these doubts privately. Let your understanding be your guide, not the multitude of external opinions. Confront these inner voices, have dialogues with them, even reason with them. In an age where emotions quickly become public spectacles, there's immense power in valuing solitude, particularly when dealing with self-doubt. These whispers need your focused attention, not the world's. Isn't it better to repair your boat's leaks privately than to invite spectators to watch it sink? 3. Stoics keep future plans private. Stoics understand the value of not disclosing their future plans. The presence of others' curiosity about your next steps can be tangible. There's a deep empowerment in holding your future ambitions with quiet dignity, rather than making them topics of casual conversation. Your dreams and goals are personal treasures. By keeping them to yourself, you retain an element of mystery and unpredictability. In a world where oversharing is common, there's strength in playing your cards close to your chest, letting your actions speak for themselves. Historical figures like Napoleon Bonaparte, whose overconfidence led to his downfall at the Battle of Waterloo, illustrate how prematurely revealing plans can be detrimental. Business tycoons like Howard Hughes also exemplified the strategic advantage of discretion by keeping their ventures private. This highlights the power of unpredictability. Today's social media culture encourages publicizing every intention, but Stoicism teaches us to take a measured, reserved approach. Keeping your future plans confidential not only safeguards your ambitions but also allows you the flexibility to adapt without external pressures. Seneca's insight resonates here, indicating that knowing your destination is crucial, but sharing it isn't always necessary. Holding your future close is not about fear, it's a profound understanding of the world's dynamics. It's not secrecy for its own sake, but preserving the sanctity of your journey. When the world sees your steps, they should be steadfast, deliberate, and strategically ahead. 4. Stoics avoid boasting about overcoming comfort. Stoics understand the importance of not excessively sharing their ventures outside of comfort zones. When every challenge or deviation from the norm is broadcasted, the intention can shift to seeking validation or applause for perceived bravery. The Stoic philosophy focuses on internal growth, not external recognition. For instance, when you rise early to read or walk in the rain for the sheer joy of it, consider keeping these moments private. It's not about putting on a show, but about your personal journey. Marcus Aurelius prompts us to question whether our actions are for appearances or genuine progress. Alexander the Great, despite his vast resources, chose to sleep on the ground and share the same rations as his soldiers, not for show, but to keep in touch with reality and avoid the trappings of luxury. While our circumstances might differ, our challenges are just as real. In a world where comfort is often a click away, remember that it's the challenging experiences that sculpt us, just as natural elements shape mountains. Our private challenges are what truly define us. Enjoying comfort is natural, but don't neglect those discreet ventures into the unfamiliar. It's in those moments that we rediscover aspects of ourselves that often go unnoticed. 5. Stoics conceal their vulnerabilities. Stoics recognize that vulnerabilities, much like a hero's Achilles heel, are potential points of weakness in their otherwise strong character. Humans, in their beautifully flawed nature, are a mix of strengths and vulnerabilities, the raw and sensitive parts of our psyche that need protection more than exposure. It's not about hiding or denying these aspects, but rather treating them with the respect they deserve. The saying, "Man is not affected by events, but by the view he takes of them," echoing the wisdom of Epictetus, suggests that our vulnerabilities do not define us, it's our perception of them that does. While acknowledging vulnerabilities is crucial, broadcasting them can leave us open to external judgments that may distort our understanding or acceptance of them. Privately recognizing these weak points strengthens us, preventing exploitation or misunderstanding, and offers an opportunity to transform them into areas of growth. Historical figures like Abraham Lincoln, who internalized his struggles to shape his empathy and leadership, and Julius Caesar, whose vulnerability in trusting close allies led to his downfall, illustrate the importance of handling vulnerabilities with care. In a world where oversharing is common, there is a power in selective silence. Recognize and work on your vulnerabilities, but there's no need to lay them open for public dissection. Keeping some aspects of yourself private can be a source of strength, as mysteries often hold their allure and strength can be found in the chapters of our lives that remain unread. 6. Stoics keep personal grievances to themselves. Stoics believe in processing personal grievances internally, promoting inner balance and self-mastery. Not venting every irritation cultivates resilience, teaching you to tackle problems internally rather than dispersing energy outwardly. This aligns with Epictetus' philosophy that it's not events that upset us, but our judgment of them. Sharing every annoyance or frustration can perpetuate negativity and often seeks validation for your feelings. By holding back and introspecting, you give yourself time to question the validity of your grievances, assess their controllability, and determine their impact on your state of mind. This often leads to realizing that many grievances are transient and unworthy of your energy. For those that are significant, addressing them directly, rather than just discussing them, can be more satisfying and productive. History is rife with individuals whose personal grievances led to their downfall, such as the tragic story of Aaron Burr and Alexander Hamilton, whose mutual animosity resulted in a deadly duel and significant personal loss for both. This story serves as a reminder of the consequences of letting personal grievances guide actions. In today's fast-paced world, the temptation is to vent as a form of therapy, but Stoicism suggests the opposite, addressing grievances internally, understanding their roots, and acting wisely rather than impulsively. When feeling annoyed or frustrated, pause, reflect, and consider if expressing the grievance will change the situation or simply stir more trouble. Sometimes, silence is the most eloquent response, and peace becomes the ultimate victory. 7. Stoics keep their successes private. Stoics find a quiet satisfaction in personal achievements, big or small. In today's fast-paced world, there's a tendency to share these accomplishments, but Stoicism encourages cherishing them internally instead of seeking external approval. This is because internal validation is sustainable and genuine. Publicizing successes can sometimes diminish their significance, reducing profound milestones to mere talking points. This doesn't undermine the joy of sharing achievements with close ones, but it's about being selective and understanding the difference between sharing joy and seeking approval. Internalizing and appreciating our growth and achievements fosters self-reliance and resilience, shielding us from the fluctuating nature of external praise and criticism. History is replete with examples of those who proclaimed their successes too loudly, only to face negative consequences. The story of Icarus, for instance, illustrates the downfall of seeking recognition and pride. Embracing success with humility doesn't minimize its value, rather, it solidifies it. In an era of constant connectivity, there are challenges but also opportunities to be discerning in sharing. When you achieve something, take a moment to truly appreciate it before deciding who to share it with. 8. Stoics don't reveal innermost desires. Stoics typically keep their deepest, most personal desires to themselves. These small, intimate yearnings often remain as whispers, easily overshadowed by the chaos of daily life. The urge to share these subtle ambitions can be strong, but voicing them prematurely can expose them to the unsolicited opinions of others, risking their sanctity. Not everyone needs to understand your hidden aspirations, like learning an instrument or taking up a new hobby. Echoing the silent wisdom of Stoic philosophy, dreams whispered to the heart are meant for the soul, not for public display. Socrates, for example, never recorded his own thoughts. We know of him mostly through his student Plato. This lack of direct writings adds an intriguing mystique to his beliefs and personal desires. This serves as a reminder that some treasures are best kept hidden, valued more when nurtured privately. In a world where so much is openly displayed, take a moment to savor the dreams you haven't shared. Let them grow in the quiet spaces of your heart. When they are resilient enough to withstand both praise and criticism, then consider sharing them. Until then, guard them as your secret strength, your silent beacon of hope, the magic waiting to unfold on your terms, at your pace. 9. Stoics don't publicize personal progress. When a caterpillar transforms within its cocoon, a significant change happens away from prying eyes. Imagine if the caterpillar felt compelled to announce each small change in its transformation, it would not only be distracting, but could also hinder its metamorphosis. Similarly, there's a sacredness in keeping personal growth private. Every step towards self-improvement, every insight or self-discovery, is valuable, yet not all treasures are meant for public display, some are meant to resonate within you. This isn't a call for complete silence. Sharing can be therapeutic and motivating for others. However, Stoics prioritize reflection over announcement. Seneca, in his wisdom, encouraged living as a constant learning process, not a constant process of telling others about our lives. In today's world, where sharing life experiences online is habitual, it's vital to pause and consider whether you're seeking validation or genuine connection. Drawing from the Stoic philosophy, particularly Marcus Aurelius' Meditations, we are reminded that the universe and life are in constant transformation, and personal growth is a deeply individual journey. As you navigate your own path, sometimes it's more impactful to row silently rather than announce every turn. In the end, your evolved self will speak volumes, more than any status update ever could. 10. Stoics keep their emotions private. Life is rich with a spectrum of emotions, happiness, sorrow, love, anger, and more. While it's now common to express these emotions publicly, especially through real-time updates on social media, there is a silent strength in keeping some feelings private. Stoicism doesn't advocate for suppressing emotions, but rather for understanding that they are complex personal experiences. Sharing emotions in real time may not fully capture their true essence, and the outside world can often be harsh towards unguarded emotions. Stoics like Marcus Aurelius, who documented his profound emotional reflections in his private notes, now known as meditations, demonstrate the value of internal processing. These were not meant for public display but were intimate thoughts for his own contemplation. In today's fast-paced world, where quick reactions are lauded, there's wisdom in letting emotions settle and understanding them before sharing. Not every feeling needs an immediate post or story. Some, when reflected upon, mature into deeper insights or evolve into something else. Therefore, the next time you experience strong emotions, consider giving them space to breathe. They are part of your personal journey through life, and not every journey requires an audience. Some are best experienced alone, to be shared only when your heart truly desires.